Welcome back, everyone. Today, I'll be walking you through a really useful Jira tip that can make your project management workflows much more streamlined and reliable. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to make a field required in Jira based on the settings for another field. This is perfect when you need to ensure that your team never skips over important information, keeping your issue tracking both tidy and complete. Let's dive right in and get that field requirement set up together. First off, let's open Jira. Log in as you normally would and head to your Jira dashboard. Remember, to make changes to field configurations, you do need to have the right admin permissions. If you land on the main screen, you're in the right place. Don't worry if your interface looks a little different, as Jira occasionally updates its look, but the steps should be quite similar. Once you're in Jira, look up to the very top right corner of your screen. You'll see a little cogwheel icon labeled Settings. Go ahead and give that a click. This menu is basically the control center for your Jira configuration. It's where all the customization power lives. If you're ever exploring more advanced features in the future, you'll find yourself returning here often. In the Settings menu, you'll see various options. What we want today is Work Items. Click on that. The Work Items section houses everything related to how your issues and tasks are structured. It's a great area for adjusting the way fields show up on your Jira tickets, which is exactly what we want here. It might take a moment for the page to load, especially if you're working with a lot of different projects or custom fields. Now that you're in the Work Items area, look for the option called Field Configurations. Go ahead and select that. Field configurations are in a way like templates that determine which fields show up on your Jira issues and how they behave, whether they're required, optional, hidden, or visible. You might see a list here if your organization has set up multiple configurations, but for now, let's stick with the basics. Find and click on the default configuration. This will open up a list that shows all the fields available in a typical Jira issue, each one with options attached. If you're ever unsure which configuration to pick, default is usually a good bet since it covers what most people use. You should now see a table of all your fields. There's usually a lot here, don't let it overwhelm you. What you can do is use the search bar to quickly find the field you want to make required. For example, if you want to make sure that the due date is always filled out on certain issue types, just start typing due date in the search bar and the field will pop right up. This saves you from endless scrolling, so helpful, especially in larger Jira instances. Once you've found your field, move your eyes over to the right side of the table. You'll see a column called Required. Right now, you'll probably notice that option is unchecked. To enable the requirement, simply click in the Required column for your chosen field. You might see a little confirmation or pop-up. Just confirm and you're done. From now on, that field must be filled out before anyone can complete or transition their Jira issue, ensuring nothing falls through the cracks. Don't worry if you're not seeing it update right away. Sometimes you might need to refresh your browser or even re-enter the issue screen. And that's all there is to it. With just a few clicks, you've added an extra layer of reliability to your team's workflow. If you found this guide helpful, please give the video a like. It really helps the channel grow. Got questions or run into any snags along the way? Drop a comment below and I'll do my best to help out. And don't forget to subscribe for more easy-to-follow Jira tutorials. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.